Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer. Today we're going to go through a very effective Nod deck that can take you all the way to the Tiberium League and even to the very top ranks. So it involves using Seth, a missile squad, flame trooper, the two vehicles, the attack bikes, and the Scorpion tank as a main anti-vehicle, the Venom as a anti-infantry, and the Banshee as an anti-air / anti-vehicle. And this balanced deck here, when used properly, can really get you to the very top. I'm going to show you guys a quick example. Benvin 2 is one of the world's best players, and look at the Nod deck he uses. It's exactly the same. You know, granted it's at a very high level, right? So yeah, it's at a high level, but as you can see here, it's not anything special, and it's a deck anybody can use. I'm going to show you how I managed to get from the Platinum League, which is down here about the midway, and in less than 40 minutes blast away all the way to the Diamond League with the 10-game winning streak. I'm not going to go through all 10 games. What I'm going to do is actually show you how I micro. It's a term you'll often hear. So for a lot of you guys who are new to this game, you don't know what that means. Micro means micromanaging your troops and micromanaging your missiles to make sure you have the best opportunities to win by giving yourself and your troops in favorable positions. I'm going to show you areas I did well. I'm going to show you areas where I did poorly. And hopefully that helps you. So I'm at the top right over there. I start off with a Harvester. We'll speed up a little. And I immediately roll out a missile squad. The reason I do this is because it's very effective way to scout out the enemy. I see him run up with his jump jet trooper at the top there. So I just set my flame troop, and I'm just going to continue attacking with my missile squad on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and let my missile squad die because not much really happens. So take a look at what I do here. I noticed that he's got a level 8 shockwave. Let's do a quick analysis. This is where you can help yourself. Take a look at your enemy's units. He's got a jump jet troop on the bottom charging the missile for you, so no point getting anybody on the missile tile. You want to keep charging the missile with this lighter deck because that's how you win against these tech lab heavy, higher level opponents. Right? Take a look at his shockwave. It's a level 8. I know his jump jet trooper wants to go to the top, so I just camp my flame troop there to take out the potential of him trying to rush my harvester. And that's going to take care of it very quickly. So what I do now is I roll out my bikes because I want to go after his harvester some more. And take a look at what happens here. I notice that he's got shockwaves and they're level 8. I have to go 2-on-1. So this is called microing. Making sure that you go 2-on-1 and win every advantage possible. Right? Very, very important tip. Always try to let your opponents walk into you. I'm not sure why he sacrifices shockwave troops like that, but when it's a 2-on-1 situation, it's not going to do it very well. So again, here's some microing. So I know matchups, right? Flame troops or shockwave troops are very weak against the Nod buggies, very weak against vehicles in general. So I move it down, and I move my bike up so that my attack bike engages his Rhino, and it's my missile troop that engages his missile squad. Take a look here as well. I'm on 2 tiles, he's only on 1. He really should have sent another guy here. So far at this game, we've done okay, right? This is actually where I start falling apart. My first mistake here, did you guys catch that? I built a Venom. What I should have done was take my flame squad that was standing on the tile, move it to the top to engage the missile squad, and then maybe save up my Tiberium to build up a Banshee, because it would be very, very effective way to run down and attack it. So take a look at my mistake here. Because of that mistake, I now have to go have a Venom that's half dead. I have a flame troop that's ineffectively attacking him. So another mistake, watch. Real slow. Scorpion tank, what I should have done was go down, right, on the other side of the Rhino. But instead, I make a camp there. He tile blocks me. I take a couple shots from the missile squad. And that gets extra damage onto my Scorpion tank. So I actually build a open up my drill pod on the top to distract him. Finally get rid of his ridiculous harvester. But take a look at here. Because of my bad micro, I left myself in a very big disadvantage now. So that flame squad at the top, I know it's not going to kill his base very much. It's just a distraction. So here, again, look for the favorable matchup. I immediately rush down my flame troops to engage his missile squad, and I have to try my best to keep the missile going. It's been stalling out a lot. I built a Venom because it's a quick way to scout. So if you take a look at here, my Scorpion tank, I didn't move it down. And again, I'm stuck here with my Venom. Okay, let's pause. See this Venom? I should have moved it to the top right away, seeing his Shockwave earlier, to engage him. Bad micro, right? So it wasn't until now that I finally move it. So got rid of his Rhino. I opened a drill pod there, really just as a distraction because I need another set of troops, right? So here's the reason. I'm trying to occupy him here on the bottom with his Harvester, so he doesn't pay attention to the fact the missile's almost done. Scorpion tanks do very, very well against the Wolverines, and even though I'm on 2 tiles, I'm rushing my Banshee to the top across to try to jump on all 3 in case he has 2 of them on. 3 beats 2. And this is a very effective way for you to go ahead and beat higher level opponents. I'll show you another game here. So as you can see here, as I scroll down, every single opponent that I face on my Nod deck, they all have much higher level units. Look at that, they're all maxed out as 7s, 8s, and 9s. I'm at level 6 and 7s. My bike is finally at 8, but I haven't had a chance to upgrade it. I'm going to show you another example that you could use in the Platinum League, maybe in the Diamond League, but this is more of a beginner strategy, which is the famous Bike Rush, right? A lot of people do it for this reason. People love their Tech Lab heavy units. So I'm going to show you my Fog of War. So before I talk about the Bike Rush, only certain maps are conducive towards a Bike Rush. This is one of them, because you have a direct path to the enemy's Tiberium on the other side. You don't have to trigger any of the missile tiles, so they don't even know you're coming. And there's a lot of open room, so that you can chase down their Harvesters. And it's a very, very great map for it. So look, there's a double Harvester, and it allows my bikes to feast. I immediately roll up my second bike, take out 1 Harvester at a time. Okay? So this guy does something really weird, which I have never seen before, which is go on my Harvester tile. Very strange indeed, but here we are. So he opens up with the MLRS. I immediately jump down to try to get some damage on him. While I get the damage on, this is where I have the air deck. I open with a Banshee. The Banshee will allow me to take out his MLRS very well. And I open a drill pod on the bottom to distract him. So now I'm going to go after his MLRS. It's not going to do any damage against my infantry. I'm on 2 tiles now because my tank is sitting there all the time. I am going to win this missile easily. That's why I moved my Banshee up. There goes his MLRS. And I'm going to keep pressuring his Harvester. Notice how the whole time the missile count never went down, and I used the drill pod to attack his base. Clearly, you're not going to run into players like this all the time, right? But by pressuring him early on, you're going to give yourself the advantage. See how the Sandstorm rollout, and I don't even pay any attention to it? It's because his base is almost dead, right? What is his Sandstorm going to do against infantry? Nothing. So I'll leave my tank there to keep the missile count going. He finally opens with the MLRS, thinking that it's going to destroy my tank. By then it's too late, because with Flame Troopers, I'm able to rush his base. So this is a clearly weak opponent, right? But I'm going to show you many examples where by using this very basic deck that everyone has access to, you can win. Look, here's another example. Very high level opponent, very high level player, right? You can see the discrepancy. We'll even go through the game.
Warning. Challenge battle initiated.
He's got a level 10 Disruptor, and he's got like a level 9 Kodiak. I have another deck that's in the Tiberium League right now. I don't even have those units yet, so this guy's got to be a whale, right? If he's still stuck here all the way in Platinum. So I'm going to go ahead and open up with my Harvester, and I immediately see my Missile Squad. So for you players who are newer, and you feel like you're stuck, send something cheap to scout. Take a look at what the enemy is doing. You need intelligence, right? This game, I did not play it very well, right? It was a very close game. Pause here. No point running away. The Rhino's level 10, I'm level 7. I know I'm going to get crushed anyway. Might as well do some damage to that Harvester, because it's not about killing the Harvester right away. It's about damage over time. Pay attention here. bikes need to be stationary in order to fire, whereas pit bulls don't. So if you can get your bikes in place first before the enemy, it gives your bikes a much better fighting chance. Go 2-on-1 where possible, right? Notice how I was slow there to react. I should have moved my bikes much earlier than I did. Like I said, I'm not a great player, but I learned from my mistakes. We're able to get that. Another good lesson here. Really, really good players will leave your weak units alive on purpose. I send his bike down because it really offers me no benefit to keep it alive. I go ahead and just let it die. Right? That's the reason I sent it down. I now built a Scorpion tank knowing that he's got a Rhino. Scorpion tank versus Rhino, Scorpion tank's gonna win. He is defending his Harvester very, very aggressively. Perhaps a bit too much. So I back up my Scorpion tank. He never contested that missile, right? So there is all of my units. I'm going to show you where now I could have won the game even earlier and I made a mistake. Pause here for a second. Let's take it. What I should have done was move my bike one tile across to attack his Harvester and then stack all of my Scorpion tanks on the top. Instead, my Scorpion tank blocks off my bike. And look at this terrible micro here. Why am I attacking his base? Scorpion tanks do very little damage to the base. I should have focused fire all three on that one pit bull verse before I do anything else. Instead, look at what happened. I lose a tank for unnecessary reasons. Now he's going to supercharge it again. I should keep focusing on that pit bull, but because I had bad micromanagement of my troops, I wasted one shot there for my Scorpion tank onto the enemy base instead of striking his pit bull. That extra shot meant I lost a tank. Right? And here, what am I doing? Why am I attacking his base? The objective is the Harvester. I should have attacked his Harvester even earlier. I didn't. And so that cost me extra damage. Right now, I'm just going to keep the pressure on him. Right? Because he's not doing much. And I'm also going to keep the missile count going. At this stage of the game, maybe he just felt like I was applying too much pressure on him. Because he pretty much just stopped building units. Right? I don't understand why he did it like that. But I'm going to take every precaution. I go ahead and I use my Scorpion tanks to just keep pressuring him. He didn't disconnect, right? This looks like he gave up. So, just because they're higher level opponents, the key is to try to win this game quickly, and you give yourself a much better chance of winning. So I hope you guys were able to gain something out of this video, and for those of you who are stuck in a Platinum League, right, here or stuck at this level, here is proof that this deck works really, really well. Right? And you're able to blast your way through it. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day. Stay cool.